Welcome to part number 12 of the Mega Man X4 Kirby Challenge. Unfortunately, we have 2 stages of item collection. And of course, we have to use the worst weapon without a doubt. The lightning web is totally useless for all combat purposes. It is so weak, and you only get 12 shots. They obviously intended the weapon to be, something you use to get some of the items in the game, something you use for exploration. But I don't understand why the weapon has to be so weak. You are going to see just how weak this weapon is. It is the weakest weapon I think in the entire X series. I don't know, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head and I can't. So for the first half of this stage, I am just going to use the ride armor. It just makes the stage that much easier. And even with it, a few parts are kind of tricky. Those missile enemies can sneak one of their missiles in if you're not paying attention and if you're not careful. You also need to shoot your giant purple homing laser balls of death at the right time so that the missile doesn't shoot. It's complicated. You need to play around. But it's not that bad. You really should figure it out after maybe an hour of practicing or something like that. This stage actually took me quite a while. I don't know why. There wasn't one specific part I kept failing at. It's just, I don't know, it was kind of hard to pull off everything in one successful run. Just a lot of things that can hit you, a lot of small things, and you just gotta watch out for. So here's the wall that we encountered the first time through Storm Owl stage. We shot it a few times with the X-Buster, and it broke. Look at how many times you have to hit it with the lightning web. Look at this! Is this necessary? Does the weapon really need to be this weak? I get it, it's not supposed to be a super powerful weapon, but it should be able to destroy a wall. I mean, look at this! I'm still going! And if you actually let the lightning web do its little animation, you will be there for at least 2 minutes. You have to make it go off screen and then go shoot another one in as quick as you can. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there for the longest time. I don't get it. Why does the weapon have to be so weak? I get what you intended the weapon to be, but it doesn't need to be that weak. I don't understand. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And even to these really small enemies that are so fragile, it still takes several shots to kill them. And keep in mind, you only have 12 of them as your starting ammunition. I can't even speak. That's how bad this weapon is. That's how bad it is. Luckily, with infinite ammo, it makes this possible, but still, it doesn't need to be this weak. Even when you get the charged shot, it's still not that powerful. The only time you should ever, I repeat, ever use the lightning web is to get some items, and the only time you should use it against enemies is Split Mushroom and the second form of Sigma. That is it. Never use it for anything else. It is pointless. Anyways, after all of that, we have the choice between 2 different X-Buster upgrades. We can either get one that allows us to charge 4 shots at once, or we can get the super powerful plasma shot. The choice is clear. Get the plasma shot. You do not want the 4 charge shot X-Buster. It's not horrible, but the plasma shot is so good, and it makes the final boss so much easier because of one attack and one property that the plasma buster has. It's awesome. You'll see when we get there. It's awesome. Get the plasma shot every single time you play X4. I don't even think I've ever gotten the other one. I mean, I've gotten it and see what it does, but I don't think I've ever actually used it. I mean, why would I? The plasma shot is just so good. If you play X4, if you do this challenge, get the plasma shot. It will be your best friend in the final stages of the game, and it's just an awesome weapon. It's awesome. Grab it. Regardless of which one you get, you can also charge special weapons now. It's really not that useful to charge any of them. None of them have like super powerful properties such as the Chameleon Sting from X1 or something like that. So you never really need to do it. Also, if you do charge up weapons, your weapon energy is depleted, so technically you don't have infinite ammo anymore, but as long as you don't charge up your weapons, you will still have infinite ammo. Anyways, we're moving on to the second part of item collection in the next part. I'll see you then.